Hello. Today what I want to do is go over some key features on how to properly build a survival structure. This one here is the debris lean-to. Now let's talk ridge poles. This one here can be various lengths, but you want to have a shelter that is at least 2 feet longer than you are. So if you're in the middle, you have a foot overhang at your head or more, the same at your feet. That means if you have any driving rain, also when rain hits it's going to seep in a little bit, you want to be in the middle and still have room to keep dry. Your ridge pole, various heights, it's according on how open you want your shelter. This one here also has to be able to support your weight. So a lot of weight that goes on top of your ridge pole from your debris and your structure of your shelter. Now you're going to want, like I said, I'm a good foot, the ridge pole's right here, that if that rain is going to be hitting here as well on my feet, I still have that clearance. So at that height right now that I have the ridge pole, as you see when I laid in there, I do not have a lot of clearance between the ribs and myself. I want that. This one here would make a good warming shelter. It's something that I can construct rather fast, a couple hours, and I can put a long fire out front. The smaller the better, because it's going to trap that heat. So this shelter, the way it is, I've got about a foot of debris on that. That there would be great for warmth, a light rain, and also a good wind break. So let's talk ribs. Now, the ribs angle is very important. With this ridge pole at this height, I'm able to put these ribs at a 45 because I need the depth to be able to get in under here. If I wanted to put a steeper angle to repel rain better, then I would have to lift my ridge pole, and then I'd have to use longer ribs, and then I can get the depth. Otherwise, what would happen if I put these ones here at a steeper angle? I'm not going to get the depth, so I'm not going to be able to get in and stay dry. Very important where you place these, and you always have to remember that. What kind of shelter you're going to build, what you want to, what the shelter to do for you, but you have to be able to get in under there and stay dry, stay out of the wind, and also trap any heat if you have a fire. After placing your ribs in the proper position, what you're going to do is throw a layer of sticks and branches and such on, because you want something there that will hold your debris when you throw it on. The debris here has little sticks, it has leaves, a little bit of dirt and such in it, but it all helps. You just throw that on and keep piling it, and your goal is to keep piling it on until you cannot see any daylight. That there can be enough to shed a little rain, also stop the wind, and also trap heat if you have a fire. Another very important step is cutting off the ribs that go across your ridge pole. You want to be able to pile a lot of debris over top of that rib, because what happens if you leave them out over, rain will hit and run the whole length of your rib or halfway down and drip on you from the inside. So you really have to cover the ends of your ribs that cross the ridge pole. Now this here, I've actually put some birch bark that I found over top, so the rain would hit here and run down this way or run that way. And then I'm going to pile a bunch more debris. So that shelter there, as is, would be great for a light rain, trapping heat if I put a fire out in front, and also stop the wind. But if I was going to improve on that, I would double the debris or even more, and then I could withstand heavy rains within it. So with a steeper angle, you're able to use less debris to shed water, but you also have a higher front, which means driving rain, you'd have to make it deeper or you're going to get wet. So there's always a give or take with any shelter. I want to thank you for watching. Hope these tips help. Take care. All the best.